Education is going through a massive transformation because of COVID-19. Arizona educators are still planning how public schools will reopen this coming school year, while the system is still in flux. Final decisions will have to be made soon, especially in the Vail District. The Vail District is on a year-round schedule, so it's the first in southern Arizona to open classroom doors to students. Schools are gearing up for July reopening, the 20th for K through 8 and the 24th for high schools. Superintendent John Carruth is deep in the planning process to hit those deadlines.
There are a number of hurdles that we must be able to clear to get to the point where we're ready to open.
The first hurdle, classroom seating. The CDC recommends using the 6-foot social distancing rule when feasible.
For us, and I think all schools in Arizona, just to be plain, that's going to be really challenging.
And here's why. Carruth is planning for 80% of students to return to schools based on parent surveys. For the district to meet the 6-foot rule, class sizes would have to be limited to 10 to 12 students.
I'll tell you, in talking to superintendents, not only in Pima County, but across the state, I think that's one of the biggest hurdles for us to overcome. We just don't have the space. There isn't any school district or charter school in Arizona.
Carruth says more public health guidance is needed to determine what's reasonable, what's doable.
While our local public health officials have been good to work with, I think we're going to need to keep having conversations with them and the state health department as far as what does that look like.
To make it work, Carruth would have to plan multiple schedules and sessions that would include some remote learning.
Kids are going to have to learn remotely for longer periods of time for us to do that.
The district is already working on remote models since the remaining 20% of students are looking for a hybrid or fully online option.
That's the one thing that we're really planning for, is how do we deliver that remote learning either all online or attached to the traditional brick and mortar school in a way that has a level of rigor that we're accustomed to delivering in our school district.
Any remote option is a financial concern, another huge hurdle. The state bases school funding on the number of students actually sitting in classroom seats. Carruth says he still doesn't know if the law will change to accommodate any remote learning.
So it's one of those things we're racing along as if that language will be there. We are hearing from the governor's office and from ADE they want to provide that flexibility to us. It's not there yet.
The pandemic's evolving circumstances is a moving hurdle. Carruth still doesn't know whether he'll be able to open classroom doors at the start of the school year. Arizona is still in phase 1 of the reopening plan based on federal guidelines.
If we are still in phase 1 in July, when our scheduled time to open is, we will open schools remotely if we have to.
So the Vail District is preparing to pivot quickly, not just at the start of the school year.
This isn't going to go away anytime soon. I think we're all wrapping our heads around that. This isn't a semester, the first semester or a second semester thing. It's at least a year long.
And Carruth has some good insights into what's happening at the state level. He's also on the Arizona Department of Education's task force for reopening schools.